Hey everybody, this is Darth Boy. So I'm trying something a little different. I'm going back to webcam videos just to see if I can do them again. And I apologize for the audio. The audio is shit because I'm using my webcam microphone, not the Blue Yeti, but it's giving me problems, so I just don't feel like using it. But that's not important. What is important is the absolutely abhorrent shit that is going on with a Christine Weston Chandler, who deserves to be locked up for the rest of her fucking life. Christian allegedly, big quotes around the word allegedly, raped his 80-year-old mother, or her 80-year-old mother. There's a big part of me that does not give a shit about misgendering a fucking rapist. I don't give a shit what disability they have. I don't give a shit what her fucking past is. I know what her fucking past is. But this is abhorrent. This is something that if you look back on Christian's life, has been foreshadowed for a long time. People like me, the optimists who are following Christian, out of morbid curiosity and as an empathy test, because I did have a lot of empathy for Christian. I thought the shit they went through was terrible. I'm fully aware of the terrible shit they've done, but I always hoped that one day, even with the insanity of the fucking merge, that Christian would get her shit together. How this would happen, I don't know. What events in her life would need to change, I don't fucking know, because I'm not a goddamn therapist or a psychologist or someone who is extremely familiar with psychology. I am a man with a lot of empathy for people, and I'd like to try to see people succeed. But after this, I could really give less of a fuck, because this is evil. Anyone who has seen, and anyone who's seen Christian in the past 4 years, has known that Christian is incapable of caring for living beings. How many cats have died under Christian's watch? How many animals have suffered in that fucking house? Christian's mother is thinning. The elder abuse is obvious. This is just another step in that, in the most fucking abhorrent, vile fucking way you could ever imagine it. Christian got so fucking desperate that I'm almost disgusted to call her by her correct pronouns, because there's a big part of me that just doesn't give a damn. Because I don't want trans people to be further marginalized or associated with a fucking real life Norman Bates, right? Because that's what this shit reminds me of. It is too eerily reminding me of the movie Psycho, even though in the movie Norman Bates didn't really have gender dysphoria. Norman Bates had fucking multi-personality disorder. So does fucking Christian. But, I mean, it's just, how do you process this? I've been processing this shit for 2 fucking days. And the only thing I can think of is Christian has to be locked up for the rest of her fucking life. Christian needs to be taken off the street. She's dangerous. People have been saying she's dangerous for a long time. Her crimes have been chronicled for decades. You know, they went from mild and stupid to extreme misogyny. I mean, you look at who he... I'm trying my best not to misgender Christian. And as you can see, the big part of me that doesn't give a fuck is showing. Because the trans community is already marginalized enough. I'm at a loss for words because I'm angry. I'm angry that Christian did this to her own mother. Barbara Chandler is no saint. Barbara Chandler is an abusive person. Barbara Chandler has a history of being abusive and manipulative. So one could easily make the case of she made her bed, now she has to lie in it. But even someone who's done the shit she's done doesn't fucking deserve this. No human being fucking deserves this shit. And that's the fucking point. I mean, she told Christian to stop. Whatever lucid thoughts Barbara Chandler had of what the fuck was happening, she said to Christian, stop. And Christian was so fucking depraved that she didn't give a flying fuck about what her own mother said. This was someone that needed therapy fucking years ago. This was someone that needed help decades ago. You know, people looked at the dimensional merge shit and was like, it's fucked up, but it can't get any worse. A lot of people who followed Christian were like, hey, it can't get any worse, right? It can't get any worse. There's no fucking way. And then Christian admits it. Unprovoked. It's not like a fucking... I don't even want to talk about what the hell I'm going to reference. Let's just say it was a drawing. And Christian mentioned who was in that drawing. And the irony is Christian had those thoughts about her own mother and did one of the worst fucking things a child could ever do to their parent. Ever. Especially at her age. I'm about to tear up. I'm that angry. Because it's disgusting. Barbara Chandler needs to be put into some elder facility. And Christian needs to be locked up for the rest of her fucking life. And hopefully within the penal system, even though America's prison system is extremely fucked up, maybe, just maybe, she'll get some actual fucking help. Whether she wants it or not, she has needed it for too fucking long. Because she'll either get her shit together, or she'll rot away being a depraved, sick fuck for whatever the rest of her meaningless, pathetic existence will be. You know, the one thing I'm thinking about right now is this Linkara clip.
I want this guy and his weird self-insertion fanfic slash fan art to go into some dark corner of the internet and just let it disappear.
Linkara was fucking right. I know Linkara can do stupid shit, but he was right on the fucking money with Christian. And that was 09. I can't fully process this because I'm disgusted. I'm absolutely disgusted. The more I was hearing shit from Dylan Thomas, Gino, Gibby, Shaman, some of the shit that Chris Chan said to some random fucking person about what she did. And she did it to her own mother. And she did it. She's a freaking rapist. Chris Chan is a fucking rapist and deserves to fucking rot in prison. Fuck them. Fuck her. Fuck her delusional fucking fantasy world. Fuck her crazy ass. She deserves to rot for what she fucking did. Now maybe that's not the most empathetic approach to take, or compassionate approach. But there's a limit. There's a limit to how much compassion you can show towards someone before you just look at them and go, you're beyond redemption. I was hoping Chris Chan would prove people wrong. That she would get her shit together. That she did care about her mother and her mother's well-being. And that this would motivate her to get a fucking job, even if it was a minimum wage job. She would stop e-begging. And she would do what she needed to do to help her family. But I'm thinking like a rational fucking person. That's the fucking problem. I'm thinking like someone who's got a fucking rational brain. That's the problem. You cannot tell an irrational person to be rational unless you're trained to do it. And even then, at the end of the day, it's up to that person to be introspective. I don't even know what to say anymore. I've said what I need to say. I'm done.